Will I make it? Finally! Holy fuck. Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of GT7, taking it easy here. Holy fuck, I made it. Woohoo! Holy shit. Welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 7. Sorry, I have to get my microphone set up. Alright guys, yeah, you were probably wondering why the hell am I so happy about this? Because it's just a regular race. But this literally, I think, took me like 700 tries or something. Easy. By the way, I'm not sure whether I said it correctly, but welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Gran Turismo 7. Of course, I didn't do commentary because at the start because I was really throwing away all the failed attempts, which really I think was in the 700s or even the thousands. It is crazy. The problem is that I refuse to upgrade my car because yeah, I found it a nice challenge, but this challenge really was quite ridiculous because I am driving the Clio W6 and now alright, at least the music is down, but anyways, the Clio V6 I think has like 475 performance points, and there's also this, where is it, the Renault A110, which has, I don't know, 525 or something. There's almost something around like a 50 performance points difference between my car and that car, and of course I can easily remediate that by putting on like sports tires or everything, but I really was like, come on man, this should be possible. But I do think it is possible, and like I just yeah, demonstrated, getting first here with an untuned car with 50 performance point less. Because that Renault A110 usually really gaps after the first lap. There's almost, he has such a lead that you cannot get him anymore. But my tip for getting this done is that if you feel that he is, the fast car is really getting too big of a lead, then you just cancel out of the whole, don't restart the race, because cancel out of the whole mini championship and then get back into it. Because I think, and at least that's what I noticed, is that once you get back in, the cars are sometimes in the grid, starting grid, placed a little bit differently. Like maybe the same order, but then they are a little bit closer or a little bit further away. So your the points at which you overtake them is different depending on, it's a bit random when you just start the championship. I think if you are in a championship and you just mid-race start over, then it will be the exact same AI layout where the cars are, etc. and their order. But if you really cancel out of it, then yeah, sometimes you have certain orders that are more beneficial than others, and this really was I think maybe the only one that allowed me to win, because in this order the Renault A110 started behind the Megane Trophy and the 208 GTI, and really the whole first round lap it actually got held up a little bit by those a bit slower cars. So that allowed me to catch up, and then yeah, of course you still have to be a bit quick, but then it becomes somewhat doable if you're lucky. But you really have to, there's so much trial and error going on before you figure that out, because before that I was really doing hundreds and hundreds of attempts, when all the time the Renault A110 was, after the first lap it was in front, and it was just on all the long straights of this lap really increasing its lead. So yeah, that was hardly doable. I got, I think, pretty often within like half a second or something of it when it crossed the finish line, but never able to really get close. And this really is the first attempt out of, I really think, 700 or 1,000 attempts. Of course, not full laps. Sometimes I just quit the attempt after a couple of seconds when the start was bad or something. But still, really 700,000 retries. What was I saying? Yeah, this is the first time that I actually fucking passed that Renault A110. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm really happy. The only annoying part is that there is also a second race in this mini championship, which is the same course but the other way around, and probably that will be just as difficult. So not sure, I will just test it out now, but otherwise I will also just discard all my failed attempts and only show you the successful run in the next episodes, because I really I want to finish this championship now with this untuned, underpowered car. And to be honest, I find it a little bit annoying that it's so hard to win, because there's also another Clio V6 in the field. So it's not like a totally weird car that I took. I should be able to win, but yeah, I don't know the game well enough to gauge how much of a performance difference it is with 50 performance points less. I think it's probably it's quite a lot, but yeah. So I will be also trying to do the reverse, the next race, which is the same course but then reverse, also with this car setup and trying to win. But then going forward, if I encounter more of these races where I'm really like, it really took me days to get first, then yeah, maybe I'm not going to tune cars, because tuning feels a little bit like cheating to me. You can just slap on a big turbo and you win with your eyes closed, so to say. So I do want to have that challenge, but then I am not going to go with, if I see that the car really is much quicker because it's just a much faster car, then I will also probably get a car that is a little bit more balanced towards the performance points recommended for the race. Because for this race the recommended performance points is 500, and the car that I was driving was 475 on yeah, it's regular comfort tires and just a regular car. But I do think probably all of them are just on comfort tires. But god damn it, I'm happy that I'm through here. Jesus Christ, this was really totally crazy. Alright, what the hell is this? What is this? Is this the... Alright, I guess this is the... that's the Renault A110. The Renault and the Renault Megane, the Renault Alpine and the Megane behind it are the fastest cars by far. The old Peugeot R5 Turbo is not that quick. And the Peugeot 205, the red one, now leading, also not that quick. But that's the good thing, that this Renault Alpine is now being held up by that Clio and the Renault 5 Turbo. So this is really what made me win it. So even this feels a bit like cheating. You're not winning always. At least I cannot. If this Renault Alpine was now already in first place, I would. I'm just trying to catch up, and you have to pass cars. And passing cars means you will not have the ideal racing line often. So then it is just undoable for me. But once you have this setup with this Alpine being stuck, and then it is doable. Let's just watch the replay. I find it a bit weird because there's no replay menu, or maybe if I press X. Ah, here it is. Right, so then I can also change the camera, but I will do the indoor camera in the next rounds. God damn it, this was an annoying one. No, let's do it right now. Alright, here we go. I think this is me. Yes, here we go. So I will quickly... oh, wrong button. What was again the pause button? This is the pause button. Alright. This is not me. Where the hell am I? Here I am, all the way back. Alright, so let's do that. Let's start again. Alright, here we go. Man, yeah, sorry that I'm making it like sound so much, but to me, I was really about to give up and almost really like, again, the sound is crapping out. Now it's working again, I guess. But I was almost also about to give up on the game for a while because I got too frustrated. Because it really, I find it a little bit ridiculous that you have like a car that is eligible for a race and it's simply impossible to win. So then the only way to win is just to slam up a big turbo in your car and just fly past everybody. But that also feels not fair. So I'm really happy that in the end it was possible to win this one. Alright, and again, sound scrapping out. Alright, I forgot, I will tell you the braking points. I'm really a bit tired from this race, so to say, so I forgot. Hopefully the sound will work. No, and again it doesn't work. Screw this. Get the hell out of here. Let's reload the replay. Again, no sounds. Why is this game so buggy? Come on. Now it works. Alright, so one moment. Sorry, I'm really screwing it up, but I'm just recuperating, so to say. Alright, so the braking point is, for me, you have the little markers to the right. The second marker to the right, hard brake, and then coast. And once you hit the apex, open up the throttle. Then in this setup, with this NPC's car's order, you have to really get that white car immediately after that corner. These two also, before the left corner, you want to start overtaking them. And here it is I look at the markers on the floor. It is, I don't count them, I did it by feel. Here it is just braking hard and again on the power as soon as possible. Here as well, starts back to fourth and then slightly lifting off and then mid-corner slowly apply full throttle again. But it's really hard because this car really has a tendency to oversteer. Over here, once you see the black and white barrier to the left, that's my braking point. And then really make use of these curbs to the left. Make use of the width of the track to keep speed, because the AI cars do not do that. Here it is braking also, I'm really being too vague, I guess. I will show you. So, I will use the pause button to better do it. So this is just full throttle. And then over here, when you see to the left, you see those white and black squares, padding or barrier, whatever it is. That's when you see them crossing your A-pillar. That's where you brake. And then, yeah, it is just hard braking, keep pace with the other cars, and then during cornering, stop braking and just coast. But quite soon you can already get on the throttle and make use of this wideness of the track. There's good grip here on these runoff sections, and yeah, the AI cars don't really use it, so that is beneficial. This is just full throttle. And then over here, once you hit the high point of the hill, you see over here the stripe, the middle stripe on the tarmac. Once that starts, that is where you start braking hard for yeah, not too long, and then coasting and steering towards the apex of this corner. And then once you're here, slowly start opening up the throttle. And with all these corners, watch out for oversteer, because although this is a four-wheel drive car, it's very tail happy to slide. Alright, this one is tricky. Once you cross the markers in the middle of the road, just briefly lift off to scrub some speed off, and then yeah, it's quite a violent corner. I still don't know when you do it well or not. If you go too hard, you spin out. If you go too slow, you really lose a lot of time, because it's a very fast corner, so and a long corner. So if you're going through this corner slow, you will lose big time compared to cars that do keep speed through this corner. But anyways, quickly coasting off, and then mid-throttle through this section a little bit playing with the throttle on the steering wheel, and then as soon as you hit this part approximately where yeah, the corner becomes a little bit tighter, you can actually open up the throttle. Let's say you're here 70-80% throttle to often 100% throttle. Just slide through, and also then make use of that curbing to the left where the AI cars don't really go on, but you can just cut the corner a little bit over here. And then this is all flat out. And then in this hairpin bend that's coming up, I turn always also catch the runoff section, the curbs to the left, and only start braking hard once you are on them with your left wheels. Because somehow I find these curbs have much better grip also for braking. Maybe it's the grating behind the curb over there that provides that grip, but it has better grip than the normal tarmac. The normal tarmac over here, you see where the Renault is, with the incline and the camber changes and stuff. It's very easy because you're coming in with very high speed, so it's very easy to unsettle the car here. So going onto this curb, then braking yeah, as late as possible and as violently as possible, but somehow you keep glued to that curb. So that is my trick, and then just full brake down from I think 5, 4, 3 to second gear, I guess. And over here start applying throttle, and again make use of the width of the track. So you aim for those curbs on the left side of the track over here. And then over here also a tricky corner. If you just keep the gas slammed, you will spin out because of the elevation changes and the camber changes. So I keep it in this car, in this lower gear. I think we're in third now or something. Because it's quite a steep incline, and yeah, you need the revs, so to say. But approximately over here, start lifting off, then briefly turn in. You don't need to be totally flat with the left side curbing, so to say, because again we're going to make full use of the track. So running to the right side of the track, so we're clipping the apex here, and then as soon as possible try to make your steering wheel back straight as much as possible, because As soon if you take this corner with throttle applied with your steering wheel angled a little bit or a little bit more, you will spin out because the compression and depression, I think, or what's the opposite of compression, extension or whatever, of the suspension really makes the car light at one point and then lose grip, and then you spin out if you're steering with throttle applied. But yeah, so it's a little bit coasting, get to the inside, but immediately you see my steering wheel almost is straight again. And then here immediately you can apply, on the condition that you are not turning too much, you can apply the throttle slowly to full again. Or quicker if you feel you have more grip, but it's really playing around with the grip here and the amount of throttle that you can apply. And then over here, again, make use of this track. Don't try to stick to the middle of the road by applying more steering input, because you will spin out, or you can only do that with not spinning out at a lower speed. So keep your steering wheel straight, just aim for this part of the track, because that allows you to keep full acceleration here. So, oh shit. And I'm full throttle. You don't hear it, but we are very high in the revs here because the sound is crapping out. And then over here, next, I think we're now in 4th gear, I guess. And then over here, where the striping starts in the middle of the road on the tarmac, that's my braking point, a little bit before it, depending on how fast you are approaching. But usually I'm braking like, I don't know, 1-2 meters. So that is 3-6 feet before it. And then back to 3rd. I don't take this one very well, but okay. And then very slight tap on the brake here. Coast the accelerator, so no accelerator applied, and yeah, it's a quite sharp corner, so take the apex, get your car pointed in the right direction, and then I'm in 3rd gear, so not too high of a gear, and then slowly apply the throttle, and then this is start finish. Wait, I will go to this one, back. Now the sound works again. Over here I was the braking point, I didn't say it yet. To the right you see those white stripes, those intermittent stripes. I want the 2nd stripe from the corner. So that's approximately over here, yeah, maybe a little bit earlier. I start braking hard, approximately till here, then you will be coasting. Now I understand. This is the 2nd lap. It looked a little bit different than what I was used to, because I did a lot more first laps than second laps, because you cancel out field attempts often before you even get to the 2nd lap. But it still holds true also that braking point for the first lap a bit. The only difference is the first lap you have much lower speed here, because you are just starting the race from the start, and in this lap, in this 2nd lap, we got in like full speed on the straight, so we carried much more speed into this corner compared to just starting in a snail's pace during the start of the race from the straight. Anyways, a bit of coasting, and then over here again opening up the throttle and make use of the curb to the left. Again, quite good grip on that curb. And then there's maybe one more corner that I will show the braking point, or 2. Wait, I will again go to the other car and then back to mine for the sound. So this is all full speed, and then yeah, again, I don't count them, but I feel that always this stripe in the middle of the road, the stripe smack in the middle, once you start crossing that, that's my braking point over here. So brake, 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 Here, coasting, keep again your right wheels on the curb because somehow I have the feeling that it provides better traction somehow. Coasting, coasting, and here open up the throttle. And here you can already go full throttle in third, I guess. And then over here it was slightly, here I think you're getting into fourth. But as soon as you go into fourth, it's slightly getting off the throttle, like 80% throttle. Try to keep the corner, and then, yeah, again in this car it's very tricky. But try to open it up, the throttle back to 100%. But it's very easy to have this car oversteer and slide out. But yeah, so again, the magic there, I think, is don't apply too much steering input while putting max throttle, because in this car you will spin out. So this is not a lot of steering input that I now have, but you can of course only do that. Oh shit, how the hell do I put this off? Oh my fucking hell, man. Alright, yeah, I have a new, I have some kind of a work phone. I don't know how it works, but that was the timer. Man, time flew. Anyways, not that much steering input applied. You can of course only do that if you have the room for it, because if it's a sharp corner, you cannot not apply much steering input. You need to have a lot of steering input to keep up with the corner. But here, this one, again, the magic is, in my view, the AI cars tend to really stick to the inside, but I try to indeed also aim a little bit after the halfway of the corner to the outside of the corner to decrease my steering input and to immediately try to, or as soon as possible, try to get back at full acceleration, full throttle. And I do think that this corner also opens up a bit. So you would now think that the direction of the car, that I would be hitting the hay bales besides the road a little bit. But yeah, often you do end up over here just about right. And this is all then again wide open throttle. So go. And then this is where we started the braking point. So once that blue white squares to the left hit the A-pillar, that's a little bit before the curb, that's my braking point. And then again coast a little bit through and make use again of the curves. So basically the whole gist of the thing is to make use of the curving. Man, I'm so happy this worked. This took so many tries. I do think that the Megane also is quite a bit higher PP than the car that I'm driving. But it's not as fast as the A110 Alpine. And the nice thing is, once you do get first, they're really back off. They're not aggressive anymore. So I really like that in this case. Because otherwise, if I would now have lost it still, I would be even more frustrated than I already was. Okay, sound cuts out. Just not applying the accelerator here. And that was it. Let's watch it quickly one more time from the outside. And now I have to do it all over again in the opposite direction. Hopefully I will have a bit of luck with where the Renault Alpine A110 starts. But the good thing is this episode is basically me blabbering about, so you won't see a lot of failed attempts. I will just do it the same as with this win. I will just try to do it, and any failed attempts I will just discard. So in the next episodes you will immediately see the successful run, if I am successful, that is. Because I really wasn't. I do have to say, one of the few, I think, relatively good traits that I have is perseverance, or not giving up. So I don't think maybe that I wouldn't have given up, but I was really close to it. And then I probably would have given up on the game for quite some time, because I really got frustrated that I could not win this race. I mean, it's really not even that far in the career mode, so to say. So I really was like, yeah, if the only way to win is just to slap a big turbo on the car, that just doesn't feel that that's satisfying, so to say. Anyways, I did grow to like this track because of it. Man, this took so much effort. It looks really easy, but this really took a lot of effort. Again, no sounds. So annoying. Man, I think it's a championship, so I cannot really like what I mentioned with the order of the AI cars, like cancelling out of the whole championship to change that order. I cannot do that in the next race if I want to have 2 wins, if I want to keep this win, so to say. So I really have to be lucky with where that Alpine starts in the next race. Because, of course, the championship getting first, I can easily do that. You can get 2 times second place, 2 times third, you could even win the championship. But I really would like to win it with 2 first places. So that means I really, even if it takes another 500 attempts at next race, I have to keep the PlayStation on and that championship active to keep this win. Because I'm not going to do this win again. This will take another 100 tries to win here again. And I really got that Megane quite late in the race. Man, he was almost about to... man, that was pretty tense over there. Or not tense, but quite close over here. No, wrong car. Here. So this was the win move. Now the win move was actually getting past that Renault Alpine. But of course you also need to get to first place, so that was this one. And then over here he was actually trying to get his first place back through via the outside. annoying that the sound craps out this much. Now it seems to work, but right, amazing. I am really, really happy with that. Alright, let's really hope that Alpine in the next race is easier. Let's already load it in. And I'm actually gonna save this replay because this really, for me, it's not an exciting race per se, but for me this was really a lot of effort. Yeah, the sound is totally crapping out. There should be music here. Now it is here. Alright, so this is the, I guess, oh shit, this is totally different track, I think. Or not? No. This is just the same, only the other way around. Which, yeah, it does help probably. Because I already know the track now quite well, but still, all the braking points, etc. It's all different. So it's basically a new track. Here, you see how much quicker that Alpine is. It's pretty nice. It is being held up now again by at least 2 cars. So hopefully that will... Where is this one? This first place? That means that the Alpine is being held up by 3 cars. If it starts in 4th place. That would be really nice. Man, pretty cool. I wish my Clio was also that greyish color. That's I think the only true color for that car. That silver grey. Because the one that we're driving is really like a, yeah, it's pretty cool blue as well, but alright guys, see what he has to say. Fumichon is a sleepy little village in the French countryside. It's a nice place. Fumichon. Not unlike the Alsace region where we will be racing. Incidentally, did you know that the Alsace is also famous for its wine production? The Alsace circuit has a mixture of flat corners and banked corners. It's important to remember that your car will turn less than you expect on flat corners. It's therefore crucial that you slow down sufficiently ahead of the corner and time your acceleration carefully. I hope we both have a great race today. Alright, I'm just looking quickly at the track now. One moment. Man, with the map, it makes it much more comprehensible track layout. I really never paid attention to the track to the left in the menu. Man, it are indeed mostly sweeping corners. Alright guys, after the episode here, we'll hopefully have the second and the successful run of the second race in this championship in the start of the next episodes. And after that, finally, after really like a week of delays due to this race, finally we can make some other progress in the game. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry for all my ranting and babbling, but it really was a long time since I said anything in the microphone in this game, because I was only failing and restarting in this game. So it's nice to blabber about a bit again, but if it's too much, sorry for that. Hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, do not forget, always nice shot, by the way. Very nice. With some geese, or a goose, or geese, or swans, I think it was. But anyways, hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, don't forget to always keep on gaming. See you later.